what I go through, what my family go through, you wouldn't even believe I will still be standing and going around this country. But I've made up my mind that if this is the end, so be it. Because we can't allow the country. It is difficult to be in opposition in this country. Extremely difficult. Because everything is against you. People don't even want to see you. They don't even want to talk to you. I see colleagues that greet them at the airport, they don't even want to reply because they feel they don't want the government of the day to see you or see them greeting you. Your businesses, everything you're involved is being dismantled. Is that you dedicate 20% of 2025, roughly 72 days, to visit each of the 36 states for 2 days each. As a president, such visit will give you opportunity to better understand their economic and security situations across the country.
Peter will be talking tough in his New Year message to Nigerians. Unfortunately, Tinubu is telling to show more empathy to tell Nigerian states to see the hardship and suffering firsthand so as to know how to solve the problems. He is busy in Lagos receiving pilgrims. Yes, Nigerian politicians are trooping into Lagos to pay homage to him. Imagine Wike, who is the FCT minister. He still flew in with his family to Lagos to visit and pay homage. He called it Christmas visit. This is someone that sees Tinubu on a daily basis. Just like Nigerian politicians fly to any country he's visiting to discuss what? No one knows why they always accompany him or charter airlines to countries where he's visiting. That's to tell you that the problems of this country, including the ones they created, is not their problem. They're not interested in solving them. They see it as it is their turn. They are there to enjoy themselves while people suffer. It's very disheartening that Nigerians have to face all these kind of sufferings. Despite Nigeria being a resource-rich country, and the worst part is that he's now shifting the blame to governors. How they manufacture this narrative is baffling. From telling Nigerians that he will solve all the problems, that they will tame the inflation, all the fake promises they made, now he's shifting the blame to governors. Meanwhile, during his time when he was in opposition, he always told Goodluck Jonathan that the buck stops at his table.
I'm glad that I asked for this job and the job was given to me. The mandate was given to me by Nigerians. Here to continue to spell this out. My held on is about 30-35%. The rest, money comes to you. And the agricultural value chain will depend on all of you. You own the land. Whatever I'm doing in agriculture is just a mere help to stimulate food production. The job is in your hands. There should be no state that we go to and not able to be proud of development. There shouldn't be better allocations in terms of the revenue. I take the abuse, but you take the privilege.
You see, it's very easy to use propaganda for anything, election campaign, opposition, but you see governance, it never works because the reality is staring everyone in the face. There's no doubt that the Naira sum many states are receiving today as federal allocation has increased, yes, but we also have to factor in the value of the Naira. One example of the fallen Naira is the luxury SUVs most government officials buy. In today's Naira, they cost upwards of 300 million Naira. These used to cost about 100 million Naira before. Yes, during Buhari's administration. What it means is that if a state was earning about 1 billion naira as federal allocation around 2022, that means in today's naira, it's equivalent to about 3 billion naira. You still have to factor in the increase in salaries. It was because of the devalued naira. They rendered the naira worthless. That was why the NLC demanded an increase in the minimum wage. They have done that. Many states have also increased that minimum wage. So most of the money they are earning, they are pumping it back to payment of salaries because they devalued naira. This is very simple to understand, but for the sake of narrative, they have to push it. And many Nigerians are just praise-singing and buying all the narrative without critically thinking about the whole thing. Think of this for a moment. There wouldn't have been any need to increase salaries of workers if he didn't devalue the naira. If he didn't increase the price of petrol by a massive jump from less than 200 naira per liter to about 1,000 naira that is selling today, there wouldn't have been any need for all this. So why is he trying to make it as if this is a better position, that Nigerians are better off with all the increase in price, increase in cost of living, increase in everything? This is very simple. Anytime a currency is devalued, effectively what it means is that they have increased the price of goods. They have increased the amount of money someone needs to buy a particular product in the market. And are they trying to say that if they increase the price of goods in the market, that revenue will not increase in order to catch up with the price of goods? It's simple common sense. So harping on the fact that FAC has increased, that people should hold governors to account, is the naira value of the FAC equivalent to 2 years ago? No. As a matter of fact, the cost of services rendered by government has increased. All of them have adjusted their price because of inflation and the naira devaluation. How much was driver's license, for instance, 2 years ago? How much was international passport? They have all increased. What about customs duty 2 years ago? So they cannot be talking about revenue that has increased without taking into consideration the high cost of living, the high cost of products, the naira value, the increase in petrol price, which is the most important factor driving inflation in Nigeria. In most government offices where they render these services, like licensing office for instance, you will come there, you will see them using generator. Is it not fuel that powers that generator? So when they go and buy fuel for 1,000 naira per liter, you expect them to collect the same amount they used to collect in 2022? So the whole problem was caused by one man. He cannot now deny responsibility or push it to the governors. No, he should own it. After all, during the presidential chat, he said he doesn't ever regret implementing these failed policies. He doesn't regret increasing price of petrol or devaluing the naira, that these are necessary for a growing country. This is not in any way holding brief for many corrupt governors who like to embezzle money. No, it's important that we dissect this so that they will stop this narrative of saying, FAC has increased, is a good thing, that Nigerians should rejoice. No, they should always be talking about the value. They should factor in the naira devaluation. Just like the national budget, $1 billion today is equivalent to more than 1.6 trillion naira. Was it the same value in 2022? Absolutely not. It was around 400 and something billion naira, not even up to $500 billion. So all these massive budgets you see them announcing every year, it doesn't have any value. In fact, during Buhari's administration, it was better. The amount of money, the amount of trillions they were announcing at the time as national budgets, Nigerians were better off if the budget was 100% implemented. In other words, it's not the amount of money that matters. What matters is the value of the money and the purchasing power. Take for instance, motorcade of governors. Some of them use more than 10 cars in their motorcade. Imagine how much they are spending on petrol alone to power these vehicles, considering the fact that the petrol price has jumped more than 500%. And are we going to talk about the presidency, their long motorcade? In Lagos, in Abuja, everywhere he's moving, there's always long motorcade, hundreds of vehicles following one man around. So Nigerian government is actually spending much more money now compared to during Buhari's administration. To fuel several cars, full tank, ordinary family SUV today will cost you up to 100,000 naira to fill up the tank. Something that used to be less than 20,000 naira. So like P2B said, he should tell Nigerians how he's going to drop the inflation. It's not about pushing the blame to governors, that they should invest the money, that people should hold them responsible or accountable. Governors are not responsible for making economic policies. He made it alone on the day he was sworn into office. Even without forming a federal cabinet, this kind of policy decision should have been made by FEC. Yes, but he took the decision alone. Now, he wants Nigerians to hold governors accountable for something they didn't do. Now, on P2B's comment that he is ready for anything, even if it is the end, that Nigerians can't continue keeping quiet, he needs to understand that he should draw a line. There's a limit to fighting for Nigerians, because fighting for Nigerians is not actually an easy task. Like many people always say, when you want to fight for Nigerians, you use one hand to be fighting the enemies of Nigerians or oppressors of Nigerians, and the other hand to fight Nigerians who are defending their oppressors. Yes, that's the reality. Also, most Nigerians believe that they don't need to work for it, that somehow, whether miraculous or by magic, that someone will come to save them, that one powerful president from a powerful foreign country can order that things will be done in a particular way in Nigeria, and it will happen and change will come. They don't believe in working for it. Also, some Nigerians are very selfish. They never think about the national interest. Once life is treating them well, they don't give a damn about the suffering of others. All the suffering and hardship that is going on, people will lie to you with a straight face that it is reforms that we are undergoing. How can it be reforms when petrol used to be sold for less than 200 naira per liter? Today, Nigerians are buying it for about 1,000 naira. Why couldn't the government allocate about 300,000 barrels of crude oil to all the refineries they say that are now working, or even Dangote refinery, and fix a particular price? After all, this is our own crude oil. All other countries, they take advantage with their own resources. They use it to be more competitive than other countries. If a country has natural resources, they should use it to better themselves, to be more equipped and more competitive than others who don't have them. Other countries will come to your country to buy your natural resources. Why should you be paying more or equivalent price to the countries that come to buy from you? It doesn't make any sense. If Tinubu didn't come to punish Nigerians, there's no reason he can't implement this, because there's no subsidy to be paid. It's not as if they are going to import the petrol. The refineries are working. Dangote refinery is working. Just allocate crude oil to them. Make sure the refined oils are sold in Nigeria only. That's all. And we will see a sudden boost in economic activity. It will instantly revive the Nigerian economy. But no, they rather leave all that they should do and be pushing narratives, trying to bamboozle people that they are doing something, when in actual fact they are not doing anything. They are worsening the situation. Thanks for watching.